Hello, Cardinals. So today we're going to learn our first of two instruments. We have a pan flute, and a pan flute is simply made up of tubes that are closed at the bottom, and then you blow kind of on top of the tube and inside of the tube the air goes. So I have two that I've made here, and I'll let you decide how you want to make this, as far as if you want to use the thicker milkshake straws and or if you want to decide to use the thinner, regular size drinking straws. There are some advantages to both, and so we'll kind of talk about that as we go through. But here's how it sounds when you blow into it, and you have to blow really hard. It's like blowing up a balloon. Okay, here's the other one, the drinking straw, normal size drinking straw. So you saw, it took me a little bit longer to get a sound on the drinking straw one, okay? But we'll talk about, there is an advantage in making this one that I found now in making both of them, okay? So these are the two choices you have to make in the pan flute, and now we're gonna go through the step-by-step of how to make it and what supplies that you'll need. All right, so here's the things that we need to make the straw pan flute, okay? First of all, we need straws, okay? So there's two types that we can use, either the milkshake straw or the soda straw, okay? Again, there's some advantages to both that we're gonna talk about as we go through. So you need that. You're gonna need a ruler because you're gonna have to do some measuring of the lengths of the straw. You're gonna need tape, masking tape. You're gonna need some clay. It just takes a tiny bit of clay. We won't even need this much, you'll see, okay? You're gonna need scissors and just a marker to make some measurements on those straws so you know where to make those cuts, okay? So here's the lengths of the straws that we're gonna need, okay? I realize that's backwards now. I should have written it backwards on the card. But 8, 9, 10, and 11 centimeters are the lengths of straw that we're gonna need, okay? Now I went ahead and pre-marked my straws, okay? So this first straw I did for 8 and 9 centimeters. So I'm gonna cut that. You really wanna cut it probably on a clipboard or something to keep the part that goes in your mouth from being on the carpet. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that. And on this first straw, you are gonna have a little bit extra. Just set that aside. We'll throw that away later on, okay? Then the nice thing about the second straw is it's about 21 centimeters. It's a little bit, tiny bit more, but so if I make that, that 10 centimeter mark, then this piece that's left over is gonna be about 11 centimeters. So the second one, we won't have any leftover pieces, okay? So now I have my 4 pieces of straw cut, and we want to kind of arrange those by size. So I'm gonna give you a second to do that. All right, so now that our straws are all arranged by size here, we're gonna take and make sure that the tops at the very top are all lined up. They wanna be straight in a row, okay? And then you're gonna take your masking tape and just kind of set it down. You wanna leave a little space between the top where you're gonna blow in the tape, because you don't really wanna put the tape in your mouth. It's gonna get all gross, okay? So you wanna take that tape, and if you just kind of lay it on top, then it'll stick, and we can just come around the back side and wrap that tape around, okay? Perfect, and just kind of fold it over. All right, now you might think that we're done, okay? It looks pretty much like this one right here. However, there's a problem. The tube is still open at the bottom, okay? So when I go to blow into it, it's not gonna get that loud sound of the other one, okay? Because we have to close off this tube. So what we're gonna do, we have modeling clay. There's also some Model Magic over there. You could use a lot of different types of things to close off this tube, excuse me, okay? But we're gonna take this modeling clay, and we're gonna probably about pretty, I would say, like pancake thick, okay? Not more than that. So then you're gonna take and you're gonna stick your tube in there, okay? And kind of pick that clay up inside so that way you're closing off that tube. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of leave this one because I already have my one over here that's finished. So the reason that you do that is that closes off that tube, which allows it to have that sound of the pan flute, okay? So now, here's some advantages of using the smaller straws. Yes, I know it's a little harder to blow into, really. You have to like, it's a lot of air, okay? But some advantages is I noticed that this clay stays in there a little bit better, okay, with the smaller straws. When I was blowing into my bigger ones, a couple times the clay came out. So I'll really leave it up to you. I have both out over in the makerspace, and if you want to use the smaller ones or the bigger ones, it's your choice. But this is how to make a pan flute. And at this point, you could decorate it and make it look really cute. Yeah, I know I can't talk. See, I was thinking about how I said plan flute. Oh my goodness. Anyways, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen, but that is how to make a pan flute. Okay, enjoy.